They always find me going like bobbing to my head.
Popping out.
I know, right? I come on, I'm already sweating. Woo, Tony, what you do to me? I just gotta say.
Hi, everybody. If you haven't noticed, it's having fun with J&J time. It's Friday afternoon. Some of you are at 1 o'clock, some of you are 12, some of you are still in the morning. So wake up. It's time. It's time for having fun with J&J. You'll notice we've done a little bit of housekeeping things.
Right, we look fabulous. Even look
because you can't see the mess I got behind me. It's really cool because I don't have to put anything away today.
Look, I like that we both match and we never talked about it.
I know. I did that while you were sleeping.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I got it. Because she said I don't want that one, but we'll switch up. We're gonna keep it live. We're gonna keep it real. I'm like so not cool. I'm sorry. Okay. My grandkids are like, you are so weird. Anyway, are you ready?
Yeah,
so
I'm ready.
We have a special guest. We've done a few music peoples. We've had Andrea with her piano and everything. But we got a mover and a shaker this time. And he's got some stuff. He's really helping musicians all over the place. And he's got a new website coming up. He's working on it. It's got a community going. And his name is Tony Giannelli, and he's with Music Legacy International.
Yes.
And as usual, Jeanette finds just the most amazing people to bring on our show. So we can.
Thank you.
She's got the knack. So I'm going to welcome everybody to our show. We hope you enjoy it. And take it away, Jeanette. You're on.
All right. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Jeanette. How are you?
And
Jenny, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, we're glad that you're here. And I met him on a platform, and I fell in love with his website that I had to join. So tell me, Tony, first of all, let's go back because people may want to know your history. How did you start the company Music International, Music Legacy?
It was inspired by COVID. I was watching a lot of my friends and people from the music industry post things like, I don't know how I'm going to pay the rent, or if I can't play, I can't make money. How am I going to eat? And there was a lot of upheaval from that, as you know. So I started thinking, in this day and age, there's no reason that should even happen. So my brain started going, and I started coming up with ideas. So basically, it was a way for artists to get online, and virtual concert halls, things like that came to mind. And all of these things. So it started to evolve. And as I talked to other people, they loved the idea. Some of the musicians that I knew from back when I played were like, you have to do this. This is too amazing. So it's evolved into something that I really believe is going to change the way that music gets done.
I believe it. And it's so nice. So
what's a quick question. What is your... I was not allowed to ask this backstage because I get it all out of it before we're on the show. So I'm truly asking this question. What is your background in music? Are you a musician, a singer? How are you connected in the music industry?
I started out playing the guitar like any other kid. I was about 10 or 12. My grandfather paid for lessons for me to get guitar lessons. But when I was about 12 or 13, all of a sudden I would wake up with songs in my head, and I was like, where's this song coming from? And it was not a song that I heard on the radio or that I could remember from anywhere. So I started writing them down. And then as I played the guitar, I started, the music for the song started coming out. And it evolved into me writing my own songs. Then I started writing them for other people, got together with other musicians, got into bands, and it just kept going and meeting people. And it was just something that was meant to be. It was, I can't even explain it.
That,
It's just,
the most wonderful thing are things that we cannot explain.
yeah, it is
They
wonderful.
just happen. Like Jenny, it just happened.
Yeah, it just somehow it comes from somewhere in here.
Right, our creative spirit, right?
Yeah,
It is.
that's it, the creative spirit. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead, and what I'm gonna do here is that I am going to show your website, and you're gonna tell me about your website, okay? So that
Sure.
you can go ahead and show the people everything that you have for a lot of people. Okay, so there we go. This is
right. So
this is
when
the main.
you sign in, you'll sign into Music Legacy International, and this is what you'll see.
It's really cool. It looks like you're in a concert,
Yeah.
Then,
so it's dynamic, and it gets the attention of somebody who likes music or is into music and arts. But you'll
right.
also see there, it says community access.
Okay, I'm pressing that.
The website itself is really not much, but the community is where all of the activity happens.
So
now in there, you
in.
can sign in with just your email.
Yeah, I'm going to sign in because I know I signed in. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, so you sign in with just your name and your email, and it'll ask you to create a profile. And that just tells people who you are, what you do. Do you just like music? Are you a musician? Are you a photographer, videographer, a sound engineer, a recording studio? These are all the types of people that we have inside there. And you have artists that are sharing their new music. You have recording studios that will welcome you and help you create your next song or album with you.
So here it is. We're right here. And I see that he put a link there of his stuff.
Yep. Well, right now you'll see people posting their music. You can either drop an MP3 of your song in there if you want to provide it for free, a link to your YouTube channel, Spotify, any kind of links that you have to your music. Also, you can also do documents. So if you have, let's say you just wrote lyrics, and this is something that I say all the time, is maybe when you were in high school, you wrote a poem that's sitting in your drawer somewhere. Post it in the community, and who knows, maybe a band, maybe one of your favorite bands may hear those words and say, hey, this is perfect.
It was easy. It was pretty easy to post. This is the show.
Great. Excellent.
You know what's really funny is I do have poems, and I write. Like I said, we just talked about this up backstage a little bit. All creative people do other things. That there, very few of us have one thing. Like, a rocket scientist just is a rocket scientist. That's what they do. They don't do anything else. But when you have a creative spirit, when you have a creative mind and soul, everything becomes fair game. Mm-hmm. And I was writing stuff when I was really young. I wrote things about my children as they grew. And that's very cool that you're doing that because, okay, I'm dating myself. Bobby Sherman on the Partridge Family. Do you remember that episode?
Yeah.
Well, I don't really remember it, but I know both things.
Named Lionel that was tone deaf, but he wrote lyrics on like the back of like ice cream sandwich packages and little scraps of paper, and he put them in a cardboard box and he dropped them off at Bobby Sherman's place because he could sing. And the Partridge Family, I know I'm so old, and this same thing. This is so exciting because
Yeah.
you may not sing, but you may write, and a band or a musician may like totally like dig on your lyrics and use it in their song.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
And
So
and that's the best part about it, is because, you know, you can't do everything. So what's beautiful about the platform is it's fully searchable. So
Okay.
if you write lyrics,
Well,
you
tell
might
me
look
where you
for a
go.
songwriter and say, hey, I'm a lyricist, if anybody needs help. And people connect with each other in there, even if it's not for a present project. I've said this 1,000 times. They'll keep your contact like in their back pocket, so when they do need you, that
Mhm.
they know exactly how to connect with you.
I haven't been here for a while. I got 4 emails and 11 notifications, so I've been a bad girl. Okay.
you're slipping, girlfriend.
So,
This
show
is
me.
very cool.
Where should I hit next to go to? You can show us your website one. Where should I hit next?
Okay, you could go to groups.
Okay.
Now, in the groups, these you can create your own group, or you could join one of the groups. And
Oh.
this is a kind of a feature that's really, there's not a lot of activity in there right now, but
Mhm.
someone just posted in, let's see which group
You
it
got the
was.
writers group, musicians group.
Yeah,
What
click in the writers group. Somebody
writers
just,
group?
I think yesterday or the day before, somebody posted in there. But now
Okay.
we could make these groups so that they're paid or that they're free. So the
Huh.
writers group is a free group, and someone posted it. Now, okay, scroll back up. These are all the people that are in the writers group.
Okay.
All right. Click on the feed, because right now you're looking at the members. So if you click on the feed, you'll see, scroll down and you'll see that there you go. Someone just recently posted in there, and they
Yeah.
asked a question about their Amazon account, something about the book that they wrote,
Mhm.
how to get in the back room and find out how many things. And then someone replied to it and, hopefully
Mhm.
gave them the support that they need to move forward.
Oh, then I
So
can reply to him because Jenny is a book publisher. So hey,
there you go. So you just got to
I have
contact them and say, this
I
is what I
have
do. Maybe we could collaborate.
there
I
you
have
go.
an online bookstore for indie authors. And
Beautiful.
Jeanette did one of our cartoons, and I turned it into a book for her.
Yeah,
So
so I'm an author.
published on Amazon for her.
Nice.
But
See,
yeah,
now that's something that you should post on the timeline and tell people, hey, I can help you do this, get started doing this, and we
Okay.
could even create a group for it where you could have a live. This is the beauty of those groups. I could turn that into a live presentation where you can be live, answer questions, or it could be pre-recorded, however you want to do it. But that's the beauty of the groups.
Oceans of Thoughts by a Little Pianist. That is so
I need
cute.
that on my bookstore.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Now the author of that book is in our platform. You could connect with them and talk to them and invite them
Jenny,
onto
we're
your
missing
show.
out, man.
And
We're
then you
missing
could,
out.
any of the people that you have an interview with, you could put on the platform and share it.
Very cool.
This
Very
is
cool.
very nice. And
And the
music videos, that's the one that's catching my
yeah,
attention.
click on that one. There are so many great artists in there. You have to keep in mind too is Music Legacy. We welcome everybody from beginner to pro.
Okay.
So there are some of the stuff you may like, some of the stuff may be a genre of music that you don't like, but it's all in there. Behind the scenes, they're working on ways that we'll be able to filter these things so that you could see the genres that you're interested in.
You see how my mind is working right now? I can invite them to see if they want to put their videos on our TV.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
like I said, we're kind of in the same place you are in the growing stages. People don't understand how this kind of works, and we're all learning it. But it does start with an idea, and that's so cool. It kind of mushrooms, and you've got to get a hold of it. And we just can I just say something really quick about this? Guys, don't get stingy with your work. I know it's hard because we all want to make money. We're not, nobody here is wealthy by, just to be wealthy. But we really do want other people to succeed. And we're starting this so that we can bring other people and show everybody what we're going to do, what we want to do. So don't be stingy with your gifts and your products. Share it, because the more you share it, the more people will see it.
Yes, that's something that I try to, that's one of the things I try to encourage. We have hundreds of members in 18 countries worldwide. So if somebody posts something in the community, I'm encouraging everyone to go check it out. And if you like it and subscribe to their channel. And what that does is it gets them noticed by whatever platform that is. And then the platform maybe will start to push them to other people and help get them more recognition. And that's how we advance their careers together. We do it together by supporting each other.
That, Tony, that's a great idea, because I'm like I said, I have been absent and I don't know what I'm missing here with these 4 emails, which I'm gonna look at after I finish with you. I'm gonna go answer them and really post on here like crazy. But I've
been a little bit guilty of not being as involved as I should be, but that's because I'm growing the platform. I'm meeting with artists. I'm at different events and functions that's going to help push this thing forward.
We know.
You go through it yourself. I know.
Yeah, so, you got events calendar in here, which is events that they have a calendar.
The events calendar right now, you'll notice it's empty.
Yeah.
But this is a new platform that we're pushing out that we hope it will be like the Yelp of music and art.
Okay.
And the way that this works is when you post something on one of the other social media platforms, as other people post, it pushes you down and your event gets buried. The way that this works is you set it up by date, time, location, all of those things, so that as the event gets closer, it moves up to the top. And if let's just say you're going on vacation in another state, you could search by state, what's going on here tonight that, we could have fun with. So.
And you have a merchandise store, Music Legacy, on it. That's pretty cool.
That's right. And not only that, but any of the members that sign in have the ability to have their own personalized merch store. Someone can purchase one item and it'll be shipped anywhere in the US.
What?
I mean, it can be shipped anywhere in the world, but it's just a little cost.
We just think alike, seriously.
We are very alike.
Are you sure we are like brother and sister from another mother and father?
We're artists. That's what we do.
Somewhere in LA, like 64 years ago.
This is actually fabulous. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say.
It's in the next day or two, we'll talk about getting your merch site up and running.
I just started for the Creative Spirit, which is not a website, but it's a great.
Gave you some ideas, huh?
You know what it does? It kind of, we all have ideas that we don't know are going to work. We don't think anybody thinks that way. It's just confirmation that we're thinking in the same way, and I've got a new mug out. It's like I didn't think I was going to grow up to be a great musician, but here I am killing it. It's going to be a new mug. I'll give it to you, Tony.
Just actually very.
I should have been using my mug.
Yeah, see?
We have ours, yeah.
This is mine for my business.
Yeah.
But there's ways. We all have to support ourselves. I have a son that's an artist, and he's resisting the procedure because he wants to stay, like pure. And I'm like, dude, you're gonna be like hungry, pure but hungry. We gotta
what is this? The forums?
Oh, it's just a place where people go and have different conversations and ways that they can connect.
The Novelist Society forum. I can see Jenny in there already.
Yeah, now see, in the novelists area, there are actual authors that talk about their books and ask questions to other authors. That's kind of interesting.
That's awesome.
But something that I really I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry.
You know what? That's you lost your train of thought, but I think that's a good time for us to go to commercial. When we come back, we'll go ahead and
good idea.
Thought back to you. Okay, so here we go.
Right.
Our first commercial on air. Hey.
Those are pretty good.
I know, right?
Nice.
Hey, that was pretty nice. Before, and I couldn't see the end of the video because of the banner. I forgot to turn it off.
See, I told you.
Yeah, you did. But that was a good break, and I hope you was able to gather your thoughts because we're back now. We have Tony G Music Legacy International with us here today, and he was about to tell us something. And here we go.
I remembered. Yes. We also have an opportunity for all of the members to opt in to be included in our advertising or promotions that we do. So a lot of times we'll have their pictures come up in a social media ad or whatever it happens to be.
Wow.
That's awesome.
It is.
It's funny. It's like, really, there's nobody doing this. There isn't. The bad thing about crafters or actually creative people, they tend to be lone wolves because they do their work inside their head and they're getting things together, and you can't really, I know you're supposed to, brainstorm with people, but that's not how it works for most creative people. You may bring the product to fruition or the idea, but you got to internalize it first. And so we tend to be lone wolves. We tend to be by ourselves. And it's really a stretch for people to come out and actually, they're protective of their work.
Mm-hmm.
It's like having a child. You have your kid and, you want to kind of bring it along, but you don't want to let it go too soon. So if we could get the crafters, the same as you get the musicians and artists like that, to be a little bit more. It's a different world, guys. We're not with agents. It's very hard to get an agent these days. And honestly, I think some of them have sold their soul to the devil because they so want it, and they want it so bad, and I don't think their quality of life is what they really thought it should be. So we want the quality of life for our creative people, and I really think you've got something really fabulous.
Well, let me just say something about the things that you're looking for your career. You can search in Music Legacy, and if it's not there, you send me a private message, and we can do research and find those kind of people that you're looking for you. So
that's amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm right here, and I'm answering. There's a lady, by her name is Chris, the stained glass lady. So we spoke already.
Oh, you found her.
And we've been talking already. So it's like, maybe it's meant to be. And I just went ahead and wrote to her again. Here's my number. Call me. So I think we're gonna have.
That is fantastic. Is fantastic.
I told you.
That's the whole goal of what I'm looking for with this is the connections and helping those artists, because there's a lot of like great producers and great songwriters that you hear about on television, and you know what? There are artists out there that are better than those guys that nobody knows their name.
I see. This is what I try to tell people.
Yeah.
Just because they're on TV, we see them, and they're great. And there are some superstars that you can't imagine. But if you go back to the old days where you listen to artists sing, like Carrie Underwood is probably like one of the few people that I really admire really well, in a very good way to sing.
She's amazing.
If you listen to some artists, they're not that good without all the noise. But in the old days, you had Joni Mitchell, and you had Carole King, and you had James Taylor, and it was just them and their music.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the lip syncing and all the lights and the distractions. It was just them and the music.
Mm-hmm.
I
played last week on the Friday night at the movies.
Yes.
I played 3 artists, and they were just singing "Little Bird" by Dinah Shore. Was it? That's her name. And
sure. And she was like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "Didn't you know Dinah Shore used to date Burt Reynolds, baby?" Who would have thought it? But they were just, and so we're getting another opportunity for artists to go back and be that, because you get into a big conglomerate and they want to do. Right? They want to throw you out there with 80 gazillion people. I'm sorry. I don't want to.
And the thing is, they want to change you too.
Yes.
We're trying to get the artists to be who they are, who they want. And if a mentor tells them, hey, this can be better, and gets them to focus and making those things better, that's great. But they do it, it's still true to them. So that's an important thing.
The movie that everybody should watch, if they have it, there's, I think, 3 renditions of it. A Star is Born.
No, the last one was with Lady Gaga.
Okay, go back, girl.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Barbara
Streisand, Chris Christopherson. But there was one before with Judy Garland.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Well, Judy Garland was I forgot.
Yeah, Judy Garland was the original Star is Born, I believe. Someone can change me. So it's the same thing. It's a person who was created. They took someone, they created them, and then they ran into someone who was just out of the box talented, just straight out of the box talented, and they took a step back and let that person shine. And ultimately, the destruction, unfortunately, of the original happens because I think they realized that they kind of gave up who they were.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so a star, it may have been born, but the person that it was died. The person that, that person is no longer there. And I think we live in a society now where you don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
You don't have to have 500 million people love you. You could have a million people and still do good business and still do your thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Isn't that
Yep.
the truth?
Yep.
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 Yeah, Star is Born is always good. It was always one of my, like, well, Chris Christopherson, you know, what can I say?
Anyway,
he was it traveling? Was he the Traveling Wilburys? I don't remember.
I don't think he was.
With
I could be wrong. I forget.
I'm trying to remember if he was in that, but all of those guys in that group, think about all those guys in that group, were all one of a kind. Their voices weren't like perfect. Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Christopherson's another one.
George Harrison.
Like, he never even
Tom Petty.
He never had a chance in the Beatles to actually show how good he was.
Roy Orbison. Roy
Orbison. And I like to listen to music videos of old musicians at night when I'm working. Guitar playing by Roy Clark. Guitar playing by Charo. Do you remember Charo?
You remember Charo?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
She was the queen of flamenco guitar. She was brilliant.
Yeah.
But everybody, because she was the Gucci girl.
Yeah.
Those stars could be who they were.
You know, played like she literally, her hands were going lightning fast. And she was playing, and I'm like, wow, she can play.
Yep.
Yeah.
Glenn Campbell's another one that could play the guitar.
Oh my God, yeah.
Which people don't realize that he was. And if there's a new thing going around where kids, they never heard like Simon and Garfunkel. So they're put their headphones on and they hear sounds of silence, right? And they're like, really? Or the Righteous Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
When he hits that high note, and they're like 20 years old, and they're like, I never heard of these people. Like, you're in music. How can you not hear these people?
Yep. And that's a reason why we also have, we're creating these legacy profiles for artists that are no longer with us.
That's right.
And a place where the new artists can hear, like, whose shoulders they came up on. So that's an important thing, I think.
I think we lost it in the 80s and 90s and into the 2000s. And one of my favorite groups is the Seekers. Jeanette probably doesn't know because she's too young. They're an Australian folk group.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
They didn't really last too long, but they were, because she quit. But 3 guys, a bass player, 2 guitars, and she was the soloist. Mm-hmm. And an amazing voice. She has an amazing voice. And, you play that for kids and we're like.
Well, they get amazed because today's music, let's just face it, is today's music. It's not like yesteryear, you can really relate to, some of the music that's being played today in the circular. I need positive words, positive, encouraging words. And some of them are just not today, but that's just me. But
don't you think that's because, again, they think that they have to adhere to what society is putting out there. And what Tony's given them an opportunity is to do their own thing.
Yes. And it is their own thing by their own spirit. So they're going to come out original. They're going to come out how they come out. They're going to come out by themselves. But the thing is they're original. They're not following a big star that's already there. They're not even looking like them. I'd rather have someone look totally different and sing their song, and be happy with that than somebody who's copying another person. Because if you start noticing, there's so many artists out there that are famous, but they all look alike. Like, I'm like, who's this? Oh, I thought that was 50 Cent. That's not 50 Cent. Who's that? I don't know him. So you got all these people that don't make sense. I'm like, well, y'all are like, look, even the Hispanic music, they're all sounding the same. I'm like, well, who's singing that? I thought that was Daddy something, and now who's that? My husband said, that's not Daddy Yankee, that's this one. I'm like, they all sound the same. How do I know which one's which? So that's what we're looking for. And that's why in our show at night, Friday night, I like to even show movies that were clean back then. Like last week, we were seeing a man and a woman dance, and the way they danced, they was so
40s.
elegant.
It was the 40s, and they were
1940s.
yeah.
They're men with their hats, which I think they're so cool. I wish the hats would come back because they look so elegant. They were like, oh, I like all that, But that's just me. But I mean, we do have a lot of viewers on Friday night that jump on because they really love the old movie. So what's that telling you? That they're seeking something different. So Tony, you're different. I hope that you get all the signups and everything. I know I'm going back there and I'm gonna be posting like crazy now.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So let me go with the word of the day.
Hold on 1 second. I just want to answer one more question. We got time. So are you going to be able to, and see if I just lost my train of thought because
there's a lot of that going around.
I know. God, I hate getting old. Okay,
you want me to start saying that I have to say the word of the day so you can think about it?
No, it went on. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so do you have artists that are that can set up little packets for people like me that do content that need music?
Oh, that would be fantastic. That would be wonderful. What we could do is we could post something in the timeline if you'd like to participate in this, whatever it is, an advertisement, an event, whatever it is, apply, send your music samples here. And they could send a link or they could actually do it in the timeline and they could reply below it. You could follow those links and then private message the people that you think you'd be interested in.
That would be cool because there's a lot of, I want the artists to get paid. I mean, I go on different platforms and stuff, but some of them you can't. And there isn't a really, like they have Canva and there's a couple other places that they sell it. But I'd like to see if we're part of the group to be able to have someone who we like their music, just instrumental or just to be.
As a cartoonist, I'm always looking for the intro and the outro of the music and the video. So that's something I can put on there. Hey, do you have this? Do you have this? Something to go with the book and have them look at it and everything. So
I think if you scroll down that timeline or you look in the music video area on the platform, you'll find some very talented people in there.
Well, there you go, Jenny. We got it.
Even if you just need some filler in the background while you're talking about something, there's guys that create beats that are really cool. There's a lot of really cool stuff.
It is. That's see awesome. Already. Now, I need your attention because today
you know why? Because this means she's going to make us go stop. I want to keep talking. So I know this is what she does to me, Tony. I can tell.
I feel the abuse. I'm just saying. Anyway, all right. But it's good today. Today is really good. Everybody is going to enjoy this. Today is the 8 most powerful words to believe in yourself. 1, believe in yourself. Believe you can and you will. 2, stay strong. Dream, believe, achieve. 3, never give up. A little progress each day adds up to big results. 4, be grateful. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. 5, work hard. Good thing comes to those who hustle. 6, stay humble. Work hard inside and let success make the noise. 7, be kind. Kindness makes you the most beautiful person. And 8, keep smiling because because of your smile, you make life more beautiful. And that's the word of
it.
Nice.
That was a little different. I like that, Jeanette.
That's true.
You're welcome, baby. God inspires me to say these things.
She's always throwing me for a loop, Tony. I swear.
Thanks for sharing it.
You're welcome. And that's what we have to do, even as musicians, right? We have to keep going forward and believe and have faith and just go poof and go, you
Yeah.
know, and
Well,
believe and
the thing
hustle.
with musicians too is that they always have this kind of persona that they're all like, really deep and depressive, and they got to get into themselves and stuff. And we got to get these guys and gals up and running, like have some positivity and
Yeah.
Yep.
get into
Look,
your
Well-
life and stuff.
perfect example of Pharrell, the guy who does Be Happy. You know, he was just joking around with his friend when he made that song. He goes, Be happy,
Happy.
no worry, be happy now, la la. And there's a documentary in the story that he was just playing with his friends, telling him, hey man, be happy, don't worry about it. He goes, hey, that sounds like a song. And they
Yeah.
wrote it, and look, it made mega hit. Now everybody knows that song. I think I'll Die, and everybody still know that song. Be happy
Yep.
now. You know, so it
Yep.
only takes one little rhythm. How about the little jingles of commercials? Like I still remember, sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't. Mount Joy's got nut, mounds don't. You know what I'm saying? So you end up remembering all these songs.
Baloney has a first name.
It's
OSCAL.
yeah. I can't spell. That's the problem.
My little sister, when she was she's 12 years different, so she was always hanging out with us. And there used to be a song called "Take Life a Little Easier," "Make Life a Little Easier" with Jack in the Box. And she was like 2 years old, and she sang just as well as I did. She doesn't sing it all, but she go, "Jack in the Box." We used to take her everywhere. Sing the Jack in the Box song, and she wake up the kids.
Everybody remembers a jingle, and you only need one jingle, only one. It's like everybody says when they play the lottery, they buy all these tickets. Well, you only need one ticket. Well, you only need one song to be successful. And like, I don't know why you were saying that. I remembered an old toy that I used to play with called a Slinky. You remember that song?
Yeah.
Slinky, what a wonderful toy.
Oh, yeah.
That's a piece of metal.
Filling up toy. You see? I remember those. Now I don't know how old. And I remember that because of it. It stays in the mind. And it's so sad that music.
And it's a time traveler. It brings you back in time.
That's right. That's right.
All I can tell you is that if my granddaughter, if I told her about a Slinky, they don't realize what we used to play with. Okay, seriously. I mean, it's a piece of metal.
Go down the stairs.
Although you could do some weird stuff with it. I'm not going to get into it, but there were things that it's metal wrapped around and you played with it, kids. That's it. Kids are like,
it's a Slinky that goes in between your mattresses.
No. Do they have little baby Slinkies now?
Yeah, they got their baby. They're plastic, and what I like is when I used to go to the stairs, I would go and flip it over, and it would go, and I'm like, Mom, did you see that? It was the most fascinating thing. Those toys no more. You know who does?
All I know is my kids grew up with boom boxes and players with the earphones, right? So
the
Walkman. And they really did have, they listened to my music because they were stuck in the car with me. So they really have a great depth of history of music. They love their stuff. But I love the fact that you're doing the legacy thing. Because I really think it's really important that they see just a guy and his guitar or a girl and his guitar. The animals listen and listen to people, because out of this kid's mouth, he's an okay looking guy, but he's nothing like today. They have him all, plastic surgery and stuff, but seeing the House of the Rising Sun and these kids are like, wow, what a voice. And that was like an old, like Ed Sullivan show or something. That's the only
And I
Yes,
saw him a
yes.
few years ago, and he still had an amazing voice. Oh
Does
my
he
God.
really?
Better than ever. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
We get to travel and meet some big days. We're gonna have to hang out with you and see what's going on.
The guy from Journey.
Journey. See, now you're talking my era. The 1980s for me was the best. Okay, I love me some 80s songs, and I remember all the 80s, 90s a little bit, and then the 2000s. I'm completely lost, nowhere to be found. I'm just gone. Don't know what my kids are saying.
There's a kid who did not know who Elvis was.
Oh, wow.
There's kids who don't know who the Beatles are.
Who the Beatles are. Or they know the Rolling Stones because they're still playing. Playing.
And I see, let me interrupt this for a minute. I see jumpers coming on. Thank you so much for watching. You could go to our YouTube and make your comments. So if you have any questions for Tony, he'll be happy to answer. So go ahead and ask your questions on the YouTube and just go ahead and just answer. Because, you know, when you're on TV, there's really nothing they can do but look at it. But we do stream in 2 places. So that way, if they have questions, they can go ahead and answer you. So, you know, they can ask you some questions and we can answer them back. So we have the Creative Spirit channel YouTube. So please go there and ask your questions and send us a comment. You'll see us right there. Or you could go to his website. It's showing right now and ask a question.
Now, if they
that's the best place to reach me because I've got so much. I get like over 400 emails a day.
Oh my God.
So that's very difficult. Stuff gets buried.
At least you don't keep them. That's good.
Well, I keep a lot of them because I have to read them, and I have an assistant now that helps me. But
good.
Is there songs on there too? Do you have a profile with your stuff?
I do have a profile. The profile right now basically is like a resume. But in that timeline, you'll find some songs of mine that I've posted in there. I haven't posted a lot of my music in there yet, but I will. All
right, because
I've been so busy building it.
I know. See, physician, heal thyself. It doesn't work that way. You forget your other stuff and you don't do it. Even if you're not in music, you can join this platform and enjoy the musicians. And what we try to do too, and what we have with Spark Up is we have musicians are just like the rest of us. We really hate the business end of it. That's why we hire business managers. But if you're new and you're starting up, you may not have the money to do that. So we have a network, Spark Up is, and we try to really encourage anybody who's creative to pick up some tips. You might be able to network there and find a person that may not be musically inclined, but they're a whiz with numbers and help you with your business. So at the Creative Spirit, we want you to be all well-rounded. I personally do not like doing anything, which I have to do all the time. I'm still looking at the invoices, Jeanette. They've been looking at me for 4 months, and I have to do them because I have to do my taxes. And I just give it to God and say they'll pay me when they pay me. But don't be like Jen. Get on it, you know.
I'm on it every day, every minute. So don't know.
But
anyway,
isn't it true, Tony, that they just don't want to do the business part of it? They want to make
right.
Yes.
Well, that's the whole reason that I have the whole platform searchable. So on those things that you don't like to do, guess what? There's somebody who probably loves to do that. And if not, we'll try and find that person for you.
That is
whether it's a manager, whatever.
Yeah, because I'm a crafter. I like to craft. I don't like the business of it, but I got my sister. She loves watching. She loves doing. She goes, Jay, price that a little higher. I go, why? That doesn't really. And I'm like, fine, just do whatever. So she was always doing her stuff, and I'm just doing the cakes. You know, I'm doing the cakes.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
just didn't want to deal with it. And it's true for a lot of people. They just want to show their craft. They just want to do that. They don't think about the business part. So that's a good thing. That's why we have on here as well. We have marketers on here that come. We have all these other people that can help somebody in their business. And we're well-rounded, just like you are. We're well-rounded. I have a feeling this is going to be a good collaboration because we're going to help each other and help.
We're going to make beautiful music.
Oh,
Yes.
look at that. Make beautiful music together.
Music and art.
But anyway.
Now, I just want to sneak one thing in here, okay? Last summer, I was interviewed on the Donna Drake show on CBS.
Ooh.
And through that platform, we got a lot of great contacts and people that were interested in what we're doing. And in November, I was actually asked to if I would be interested in a collaboration with the local CBS affiliate here in New York. So through that now, on New Year's Eve, I got a call from Donna Drake, the owner of the studio, if I was available to come in the Thursday after New Year's to meet a new television director from another major network.
Nice.
He loved what I was doing, and she wanted to see if we would hit it off to get along. And now we did hit it off, and he's working on a new music show that's going to be a fantastic thing for all of the Music Legacy members as well. So if you sign in, we're creating this new thing called a bridging tool that's going to help take artists from where they are to where they want to be. And part of that journey will hopefully be at the end of the tunnel an appearance on the new music show. So
that's amazing.
We're looking forward to that too.
What awesome thing to happen.
You know, we had a young lady here the other day and she sang. Remember one of our shows? She sang a cappella. That's all she did. And she was singing, helping, and I said, "Oh my gosh!" And I'm like,
"I'm let her know about this."
That's right.
Yeah, please.
That she can, that she's watching and that she's able to reach out to you. So that'll be so much fun. I'll go ahead and reach her also and send her a line with your stuff.
And just remember, the most important thing is when you invite people to the platform, invite them through your profile on Music Legacy.
Okay.
And they'll always be connected to you so that down the road, as we monetize, just so you know, Music Legacy, we do this for free. We don't take the money and stick it in our pockets. It's any kind of income that comes in from the platform will go into a fund that will be paid out to the members to help them advance their careers.
Oh, wonderful.
So,
that is
this young lady. How old was she? Like 22?
She was 20. She was about 23. Yeah, 22.
And 23. She sat with us on Zoom and she sang a cappella. Like that's like so amazing. Like we do it to goof off, but she's really good. Poor little thing. She was sat beside her kitchen window. She was belting it out. We have another guy that does Andrea.
Oh my gosh, that woman! You would love her, Tony.
You would love her. She's like, what is she? I'm not gonna say how old she is.
She up there, but you know what? You can say whatever era, and she would play it. She was like doing it, and we always play her video on here because I like hearing her play, But yeah, she is
what does she play?
She plays the piano, concierto piano. I mean, she was a teacher. She was playing.
I think Juilliard. I want to say she was at Juilliard.
She was at Juilliard. Oh, I thought she played at Carnegie Hall too.
One of those. She was a arranger, composer.
Yes.
And we also have Costa Rica.
Gabriela is a wonderful singer, and she sings with her art. So she paints what she sings, and she sings with her paint. It's really amazing. And she's on our show now. If you look under our TV, they have sections where you can pick, and I have music videos. So it's like a section where people can go on demand and go watch them, and that's the cute thing.
We got peeps to send to you, Tony.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, maybe just post it one a day in the
I
community.
know,
That would be
right?
great.
You know what? I'll look for them on the video, take the link on the YouTube of that
Right.
video and put it in
That's it.
this thing. See, my mind is already working. I'm worse than Jenny right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that you can't. That's yeah. Okay.
That's great. And then also, just so that you know too, anybody that takes advantage and signs into this early access pre-launch for Music Legacy, we're giving them an opportunity to have an interview with me from our podcast room at the CBS studio at Drake Media. So for free, no cost to the artist. So
Well,
what's great
Jenny,
about
that's
that
the place to
is
go.
they'll get posted in Music Legacy, and they'll have something that they could share to on their social media to help advance their
Well,
careers.
Tony, let me introduce you to Jenny. Jenny, Tony, you know, so you
So yeah, let's
We'll interview each other.
let's set a date. Let's set a date.
Absolutely.
well, we've gotten, I know we want to stay forever, but we can't. We've reached the
Such
end
a stick in
of
the mud.
gotta stop. We we have to go ahead and be the end of our show. Don't forget tonight. We have Friday night at the movies tonight, 8:00. You don't want to miss it. 8:00, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We have on our channel. We're gonna have the old movies from 1930s and 40s. I show 2 with an intermission in the middle, and then the movie, and then it goes to regular programming. So I can't wait because I picked a movie that has Jenny's name on it. So there she go. That should tell you something. So I hope that you join us at 8 p.m. It's not live, but it's Friday night at the movies with the Creative Spirit channel. Okay, with that being said, Jenny, you ready to rock and roll and get us out of here?
Yeah, Tony T at Music Legacy International. Got a lot
Thank
of great
you.
stuff.
Yes.
And you know what, Tony, can I just tell you, we had such a difficult week. We're so excited to have you. Just kind of got the old juices going again because we were a little down in the dumps. So I appreciate you. It's been really fabulous. Thank you.
It's been great being here with you two, and a lot of fun. You're both a lot of fun.
Thank you so much. All right, Jenny, hit it with the commercial Friday night, then our commercial, and then the end.
Which one? You mean?
How about I do it?
You mean Friday night at the movies? Did you put that up there for us to show it?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have it?
I think I do. It's the one that just says Friday night at the movies.
Yeah, that one. And then put the green one that we always do, and then the exit. You'll forget. Remember? Right. Come on, girl. You can do it. You can do it.
Okay, we're going.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us.